Hey y'all, it's me, Kia Simone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel where we have 10,000 subscribers. Y'all, oh my God, I have 10,000 subscribers. To tell you I know what to say or how to act or what to do or how to feel would be a flat out lie because I don't. Child, even watching this happen, I was kind of just watching the number build. I was like, oh Lord, this is coming, and I can't stop it. And in an effort to try to keep myself calm, play it cool, not act a complete fool, I decided, well, let me go. I got yard work to do. I have a thing. So my mama came over here, helped me work on my yard. Literally while I'm hitting my 10,000, I pull a muscle in my back. So I'm stretched out, and now I'm back to celebrate that we have hit 10,000 subscribers. Y'all, it's 10,000 people subscribe to this channel. That's a big fucking deal. I don't have the words to tell y'all like how blown I am. Thank you to every single one of you who thought it not robbery to click that subscribe button. So I'm thinking what we'll do to celebrate is we'll do a live, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. I'm thinking maybe Thursday. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think. Whatever works better for y'all should. Tell me what you think. Whatever the majority is, we'll pick between Thursday, Friday, maybe even Saturday. I don't know, child. I don't know what to do when you got 10,000 subscribers except say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly, truly love y'all. Thank you. That's it. Now, let's get into the review. Before we do, of course, I have to take care of two pieces of business. First, I want to give a shout out to my super thanksers. Shout out to Tyra Daniels, KB, Yvette Greer, Erica DeBose, Tanya Fuller, and Ashley Hunter for the Cash App. Thank y'all so very much. Thank you to everybody who supports this channel, whether it be through the comments. I love kicking it in the comments. I don't always get to respond to all of them. I do my best, but I literally love that we have a good time in the comments for the most part. Some of y'all be cursing my ass out, and it is what it is. Get it off your chest, child. But I have an amazing time with y'all in the comments. So thank y'all for the likes, the comments, the subscribing, the sharing, the telling your girlfriend to come down here and watch. I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. And if you are not in the tribe, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's go ahead and get to the review. Now, let me tell you, before we get into the review, I just want to address a couple things from last week, because a lot of y'all brought up to me in the comments that apparently on the after show, Kenya was providing a different narrative, that production is manipulating footage and using footage from different days to create a storyline that's less than accurate and less than true. Now, this is my issue. What I'm not going to do is turn into Dog, the after show hunter, and hunt down 2 and 3 different shows just to review this one show. That is absolutely mad to me. That's just nuts. My thing with Bravo is what you're not going to do is try to manipulate people into watching all these different shows y'all got because y'all want views and ratings. Either this show is what you present or it's not. And if I cannot trust the storyline and the narrative and the footage that's being presented to me, then I can't watch your show, because I'm not watching this show and then I'm going to watch her show, and her show to find out what actually happened because there was some manipulation of footage on this show. I'm just not doing that. Personally, I don't watch this show to be a detective. I watch this show to be entertained by the lifestyles of the pseudo-rich and famous. I'm not about to be watching all the speak on it, talk on it, watch on it, after show on it. I ain't doing that. I ain't that interested. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So the episode opens up where we left off last week, which is in the middle of this argument at the table where Kenya is going off about not being properly attended to as a guest of Sonya's on this trip. Kenya feels like when Marlo showed up at Sonya's shoot and Sonya realized that Marlo was there but not Kenya and Sheree, Sonya should have stopped what she was doing and found out where Kenya and Sheree were and why they weren't able to make it. Now, I'm going to tell you, I feel like Kenya is tripping. Kenya can go straight to hell. The girl is there working. What she's not going to do is stop working to see where you at and make sure you're properly attended to when you're a big grown woman. Ain't nobody doing that. Candy tried to explain to Kenya that, look, it was obviously a misunderstanding and oversight. And when we're working, people who work a lot, when we're working, we have a tendency to forget about things that are not important to us because we're trying to work and get a job done. But, that might go over your head a little bit. Personally, I'm not attending to grown people who are on a free trip sponsored by my job. I ain't doing that. This is enough attention. You got a free trip. Figure it out. As for the whole iFit thing, in my opinion, Kenya is full of it. Even in terms of Bravo showing footage from a different day about Kenya being late, that was the day that they were going on a group tour of the island. In terms of the iFit day, it was an open call where everybody was supposed to be able to meet in some central location by a certain time. Now, whether that's been manipulated or not, I don't know, and I ain't going down that rabbit hole, child. Now, on the iFit day, what they showed was Kenya checking to see where the bus was 20 minutes after it was supposed to leave. I don't know whether that's true or not. That's just what they showed. Now, if the bus pulled off early or there was some manipulative tactic at play, that's one thing. But Sonya had a point when she said Kenya was able to find her way to the group when she was late the other day. Why is she suddenly so needy in terms of finding her way to the iFit event? I don't get it. At the end of the day, Sonya is there to work, and the expectation that she should stop what she's doing professionally to check on you and your leisure activities while you are spread out on the floor of a catamaran as a big grown woman, you out your damn mind. Bye. So as Kenya is going in on Sonya, Ross jumps up and goes off on her about don't F with my wife and hold on, player. Who you talking to? Now, in the confessional, Ross explains that when he looked over at his wife, he saw his wife drowning. And he was not, as a husband, going to watch his wife drown. That he would jump in and save her and be the one to drown every time. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Because he jumped up and acted a fool to defend his wife. And I think he found out or realized in that moment that this is not necessarily the best way to go about it. Maybe it's the only way he knew at the time, but this is not the best way. This is a bit aggressive. This is a bit intimidating. This is a bit much. Now, while his reaction is an overreaction, it's aggressive and it's intimidating, I get what he's saying from a man's perspective, that though he may not have handled it the right way, what he was attempting to do is cover his wife, which is what a husband is supposed to do. That if I see that my wife is in a situation that she can't handle, I'm supposed to jump in to defend or protect her. So I get where he's coming from, but I don't agree with how he went about doing it. Now, on the flip side of that, for me as a woman, I don't necessarily want my husband to jump in when I'm going back and forth with words with other women. These women weren't presenting any physical threat. They're not putting hands on, ain't nobody jumping up, and there was no reason for him to deliver that kind of energy. He could have said what he wanted to say. He could have gotten that same message across without the intimidation factor. And Kenya makes a really good point that it was highly uncomfortable to her as a woman who is faced with this type of energy that does not have a man to protect her. And in my opinion, I don't think Ross would have reacted that way if she did have a man to protect her. He would not have been I don't think he would have been that aggressive that quickly, period. And the thing is, Sonya starts a lot of shit. So she can't be the type that's always interjecting her opinion and starting with other people on behalf of somebody they beefing with. And then as soon as somebody got a problem with her, she can unleash her husband to be cursing everybody out. That's not fair. You signed up for a job that includes drama as a job requirement. That's part of your job. Y'all gonna argue. Y'all might curse each other out every now and again. But what you gonna have to do is keep your dog in the yard. Now, personally, I don't think Ross is a bad person. I think he had bad judgment in the moment and made a bad decision. And I think he's aware of that. And I saw something floating around where I think Kenya tweeted that she and Ross have talked and they've cleared the air and they came to an understanding that he's actually a really good guy. And I can see that. I can see that he's maybe a good guy that had a bad moment. So Sonya and Ross get up and walk off to try to, cool off and separate from the group for a minute because apparently you're not playing well with others. While they're gone trying to cool themselves off, of course, the ladies are talking amongst themselves about how his reaction was not cool. And like Drew said, why is it okay that I'm always getting called on my stuff, but as soon as she gets called on hers, we basically get cursed out by her husband? How does that work? And that's the absolute truth, because all season long, Sonya has had a whole beef with Drew on behalf of Sheree, has argued with her at damn near every gathering they've had, and Ralph ain't cursing her out and dragging her for filth. So why is it okay for your husband to do this? And like I said, while I don't think Ross is a bad person, I do think he just had a bad moment. At the end of the day, if I'm those other women, F you and F him and his bad moment. I don't give a damn. You better get your man. Sonya tells Ross that, she knew Kenya was whack, but she's surprised by Sheree because she thought Sheree and Marlo were the three musketeers and that they had a pact, but Sheree just goes with whichever way the wind blows. Girl, you just met these damn people. These are your new co-workers. These ain't even friends of yours. Why would you think y'all got some blood sister bond? What are you talking about? What? These people have been frenemies for more than a decade. Why would you think you suddenly got some airtight alliance with them? The girl, go to hell. Candy said, I don't know why they so mad. I mean, they went on the boat and had a good time and nobody cared at that time. So why is it an issue now? And furthermore, how is Kenya wanting to be judge, jury, and executioner about Sonya being the bad host when she's literally the worst host in Housewife history behind that trip to South Carolina? And they showed the flashback where Kenya ordered food for her damn self and nobody else. Girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere. So everybody kind of calms down. Sonya and Ross come back to the table. They wrap dinner up. And Drew, being the sick and let loose in a wheelchair, gets carried by all the men back to the bus and said she feels like Beyonce because they're carrying her. So at least we know she's still in her right mind, good and delusional. So we move on to see She keep playing with us, putting together her fashion show. And she claims she keeps running into snafu after snafu, and she has a bunch of problems for this upcoming fashion show. Sheree gonna have to get it together or go to hell. I can't with her no more. This is getting to be too much. At this point, I do not understand why Sheree does not perfect her designs, produce her samples, get them in hand, and then plan a show. Why does she always plan the party before she got the product? I do not understand. I think Sheree likes to throw parties more than she likes to do business. Maybe the business she should be in is party planning, because she always planned the party and he never got the product. I can't. She had to change the date of the fashion show because the date became unavailable. The venue was booked. Well, hold on. How? If you already booked it, did they just cancel your booking and tell you somebody else had more money than you? Or did you plan a show that you didn't have a venue booked for? She doesn't have her samples. She needs to do a model call. She keep playing in my face, need to leave me alone. So they move on to the next day, and Sonya is off shooting for iFit. Well, while she's shooting, she decides to leave Marlo in charge as the temporary host. Well, Candy is pissed and Kenya is offended. She wants to know who the hell is Sonya to leave this clout-chasing pedestrian in charge of her. I said, well, damn, Kenya, what? Candy said, well, why does Marlo get to be in charge and she's not even getting along with everybody? Well, that would be because she is second in command to Sonya's foolishness. So this is her reward. That would be why. So the whole group is there except Sheree, because Sheree got a special invitation to come to Sonya's iFit day. Since she was so upset the night before, Sonya made special plans to have special transportation to get Sheree there so that she could experience the iFit day. And what happened? Sheree missed it. She got there late and claims they got lost. How the hell? With dedicated transportation did you get lost and still miss the event? How? Because she didn't give a damn in the first place. You didn't want to go. Sonya just as simple as they come. Sonya is carrying on about she invited Sheree and not Kenya because Sheree seemed more disappointed than Kenya. Well, baby, actions speak louder than words. When the girl still can't get there on time, she's not disappointed. She just wants something to argue with you about. She wants camera time. And Sheree makes sure to mention to her, well, you know, I'm now that I'm here, yeah, we can't do the iFit, but we sure can talk about Kenya. That'll be a good workout. I just think you should know that you gonna probably have to have a conversation with Kenya. One, because she's gonna be pretty pissed off that you invited me and not her. And if you don't check her, she's gonna keep running over you. So yeah, you gonna probably need to have a talk with her. And Sonya said, well, I don't give a damn. If she mad, she gonna have to stay mad. Because what I'm not gonna do is stop my work to check on her like a child. And Sonya made a really good point. Sonya said, if we were at Dancing with the Stars, when Kenya was on Dancing with the Stars, do you think Kenya would stop her rehearsal or stop filming a scene to come check on us and make sure we were okay? Hell no. She'd be in there twirling around. That's what she'd be doing. And so now that they've had this talk and Sheree has put the battery in her back, Sonya got the courage to confront Kenya. So the group gets off to their day's events and they arrive at a restaurant where they meet Sheree after her day with Sonya at iFit. So Candy asks her, oh, well, how was it? What did you do? She missed it. That's all she did. Missed it. Sheree said, you know, I was just there as support. I bet. And she said, you know, Sonya made sure to apologize about the whole mix-up and made sure that I got invited. And production asked Kenya, well, you know, do you feel a way about her inviting Sheree and not you? Kenya said, I don't give a damn. I do not care. We know. None of y'all give a damn. Y'all really just want camera time. So as they're sitting down eating, the birds in the tree above them pull a whole Nicki Minaj and start shitting on them. So now the group gets up to run, but Candy ain't going a damn place without her plate. The bird gonna have to come fight her if they think she giving up her damn plate. Candy picks up her plate. Marlo picks up her Chanel and her florist friend and says, y'all, I'm going by the pool. Y'all can come meet me. So as Marlo is heading to the pool, she starts talking shit because ain't nobody following her. When she sees Monyetta, she goes, oh, here comes Monyetta with Candy's permission. Oh, and there goes Sheree. And then Candy, Todd, and Kenya come out. So she says, oh, hey, guys, there's plenty of seats over here. Y'all can come sit down. Todd said, oh no, we don't sit in general admission, okay? Kenya said, yeah, we're headed to the VIP over here. We don't do gin pop. I said, not gin pop, like the jailhouse. I said, what in the orange is the new black hell? Did you just tell this girl we don't sit in gin pop? So when Marlo clearly feels shunned, she has a conversation with Monyetta and Sheree about the whole explosion that happened between her and Candy at dinner. And she wants to know from them, do y'all really think I'm wrong? Well, Sheree says, well, no, I feel like Candy overstepped her boundary because you were talking to Ralph and that didn't have anything to do with her. But Monyetta said, well, I think the issue is that Candy genuinely cares about your nephews and she was really trying to have a conversation. Marlo ain't trying to hear it. She's campaigning to be the victim and said Candy shouldn't have brought her nephews up at all. But my thing is, how is it that Candy shouldn't even reference your nephews, should pretend that they do not exist? But it's okay for you to interject your unsolicited opinion about their family dynamic? So you can speak on their family dynamic, but nobody can speak on yours. Man, go to hell. Bye. So after they have this conference by the pool, Sonya finally texts Marlo and lets her know she's ready to meet the group. So the whole group goes to meet Sonya to do water rafting. Well, they get down to the river to do the water rafting, and Todd and Kenya are disappointed that it's not the aggressive white water rafting where you have to hold on for your life. For me, sitting on a bamboo raft in unknown waters is adventurous enough. Why y'all need to be thrown front, back, and side to side and hold on for your life on vacation to be entertained is beyond me. But live your best life. So we see everybody paired off on the rafts, and Kenya and Sheree are on a raft together. And of course, the Bobbsey twins, Sanya and Marlo, are on a raft together. So Sheree tells Kenya that she feels like she and Sonya need to have a conversation after, everything that's gone on recently. Sonya is on the raft with Marlo, telling Marlo how, she was really actually shocked and hurt that Sheree thought she was uninvited, but Kenya she's just sick of because she thinks Kenya is passive aggressive. Well, Kenya is on the raft with Sheree, telling her, as much as Sonya's sick of me, I'm sick of her and her damn husband, because it wasn't cool for her husband to jump up and be yelling and talking about don't F with my wife. Like, why was he even talking to me like that? And she said in the confessional, it made me feel bad for myself that I didn't have anybody there to defend me, because that's very intimidating energy. Like, it's not cool. And Sheree has a different perspective. Sheree told Kenya, I don't think he was aggressive. Kenya said, if that's not aggressive, what do you think is? And Sheree is in the confessional saying how, his tone might have been a bit aggressive, but he was doing what a husband is supposed to do, which is defend his wife. Girl, I guess. For me, I sometimes buy into the whole alpha female thing, and you ain't gonna punk me. I'll be damned if this gonna punk me. And for that reason, let me handle this. I got this. If we're talking about a housewife situation, or people going crown for crown or establishing dominance, I don't need you to step in to basically say that I am too weak to handle this woman on my own. This is light work. I got this. Now, if they start acting like they want to rumble in the jungle, I'ma tap you in and we gonna WWE round this bitch. All right. But in the meantime, just I got this. Sonya also told Marlo that her biggest issue with Kenya is that Kenya uses her divorce basically as an excuse and an escape from accountability for not caring about how she treats other people. Because every time she tries to confront Kenya about something, she brings up her marriage. And I guess, but I think the thing with Kenya is, while Kenya is full of in some areas, I think she is legitimately struggling with adjusting to being a single mom. She is over 50 with a toddler that she initially set out to raise with a partner, and her partner has not only chosen to abandon the marriage, but appears to also be abandoning the co-parenting mission. So she might be overwhelmed for real. But honestly, I don't think Sonya cares. I think Sonya just don't like Kenya. And sometimes that's what it comes down to. I really don't like you. I don't care what your story is. I don't like you. My spirit don't agree with you. I'm just not feeling you. And that's okay. My issue with Sonya comes in where she starts trying to find reasons. And you have to pick fights in order to validate within yourself this feeling of, I don't want nothing to do with this person. If you don't want nothing to do with this person, don't have nothing to do with this person. If you don't like this person, don't like this person from over there. But you don't have to pick a fight every time you just don't like a person. And what, like, girl, bye. So after the rafting is over, the whole group heads back to the resort and they're getting ready to go to dinner. Well, Kenya decides to stop and check on the sick and shut-in. She checks on Drew to see how she's doing. And Drew is going to skip dinner because she's swollen and in pain and can't take medicine because she got to fly home and everything that has to do with being on the sick and shut-in list. Well, now that Kenya has done her missionary services, she going on to dinner so she can have her a good fight with her meal. So when they all get to the table, who comes to the table dressed alike but the arch enemies, Marlo and Candy? They have on the same Alexander McQueen top in different colors that Kenya also almost bought. So y'all can't stand each other, but apparently everybody is shopping off the same damn mannequins. Y'all, like, please, child, leave them people stuff in the store next time. The shirt wasn't even all that cute. It looked like somebody was going to fly away at any damn moment, but that's just me. So Sonya decides to go around the table and ask everybody to say what their highlight is of the trip. Well, Sheree said that for her, the highlight was them going to the track. And of course, Marlo takes this opportunity to try to be deep like she does about, Sheree, I just have to say, when you sent me the video from the track and I heard you in the background, go Marlo, and you were cheering me on, I just have to tell you, I was so touched and, it just touched me so deeply. Sheree said, yeah, girl, that was because I had money on you. That's why I was cheering that hard. So Marlo said, hold on. So it wasn't because you love me and you care about me and you want to see me win. It was because you had bet on me and you was trying to win some money. Sheree said, yeah, pretty much. So save your damn tears, girl. Ain't nobody giving a damn about you. So now that Sheree has busted Marlo's bubble, she suggests that Marlo and Candy have a conversation. So Marlo starts the conversation by asking Candy, do you understand why I went below the belt and went so hard? Candy said, Marlo, of course, goes into her campaign speech about being the victim and how she just did not think it was right for Candy to bring up such sensitive information in front of the entire group and these people who don't really know her and know all her personal business. She was genuinely concerned about the situation with Drew and Ralph's son, and she couldn't believe that Candy used that moment to throw that in her face. So Candy tries to respond to her, and of course, every time Candy says something, Marlo wants to go back and forth. So Candy said, whenever you done, I'm going to tell you what's real. Because the truth is, you may not have liked it, but there was truth to the things that I was saying. And Marlo said, well, it was truth to the stuff I was saying. Candy said, no, it wasn't. The things that you were saying about my husband were not true. What I was addressing about you and the situation with your nephews is, in addition to you making up stuff about my husband, that particular night, you were going in on Ralph. And I know that with this group, Ralph was not going to be able to defend himself without it being a why would you argue with a woman type of a situation. Because as soon as he spoke up for himself, you were going to make it about a man arguing with you. So I decided to step in because I didn't understand why you would be going so hard on him about a situation that you're actually in. I just didn't get it. Candy said, the thing is, you use this excuse of I'll go below the belt, and y'all know I don't have a filter to try to back people up off of even addressing you or having a disagreement with you. Like, it's not fair that nobody can even speak to you, because as soon as somebody says something that you don't like, you just gonna go below the belt and dig up the most gutter thing you think you can. Candy said, you know, that whole no filter thing, I don't give a damn about. Candy said, I'm not Michelle Obama. You go low, I'm going low with you. I'm not going to rise above. They decide to apologize and make up and say, listen, we'll be cool going forward. Just you don't say nothing about my nephews, and you keep my man and my mama out your mouth. We all right. Todd said, yeah. So since we know this ain't gonna last, the next time y'all decide to argue, could you please leave me the fuck out of it? Of course. Marlo proves Candy's point and says, well, why are you cursing at me? How about you wait till I get a man with me to curse at me? Candy says, see, this is exactly what you would have said if Ralph tried to defend himself when you were going in on him the other night. Just, girl, bye. Why is it okay that you can drag this man from here to hell, but he can't say to you, please leave me the fuck out of it? You're such a lady. And you're such a damsel in distress. You're so delicate when this man tells you to please leave me out of it after you done dragged him like a straight up Navy sailor. Girl, please go to hell. So the guys decide to get up and leave these ladies to fight amongst themselves, because I guess they done had enough. Ross done embarrassed himself one good time. That's enough. Let me just get my ass up and remove myself from the situation before I get to yelling and cursing again. Just bye. So the second the guys get up, Sonya just decides to look around and pick a fight with Kenya. By Kenya, what's up? Let me tell you something. Where I'm from, that kind of what's up, people start taking shit off. What you mean what's up? No, ma'am. Now your husband just had to jump in and save you from drowning, and all of a sudden you got a battery in your back? Kenya said, what's up? You sound like a dude. What's up? What you mean what's up? Because who says that? Unless you want, what you want, fight? So Sonya says, well, Kenya, I just feel like there's something you want to say, but you're not saying it. I just feel like you're disengaged. You're in your phone and you're not engaged in the conversation. Kenya said, girl, my phone is in my bag in the chair across the table from me. So what is you talking about? What do you want? Sonya said, well, you're looking at something. Yeah, not you. What the hell do you want? So Sonya finally comes up, well, Kenya, I just feel like you're very ungrateful because I've been an amazing host. Kenya said, well, the ego is something else tonight. So Kenya decides, you know what? This is what I get paid for, and I got a whole child to take care of. So let me just see what this girl wants. Let me go ahead and argue with her. Let me entertain this. So Kenya starts to actually entertain the conversation. She said, what do you want? You want to talk about the issue between me? Okay, let's talk about it. What's the issue between you and I? Well, when they start to discuss it, every time Kenya starts to speak, Sonya interrupts and overtalks her. So Kenya finally said, look, if you want to talk, what you're going to do is you're going to listen while I talk. You're not just going to keep interrupting me. So now Sonya mad. You ain't going to tell me, but I'm going to listen and you going to talk. Kenya say, yes, I am. I just did, and I'll tell you again, because that's how this is going to go. I'm not about to sit up here and argue with you. So they keep going back and forth, and Sonya is speaking in generals about what she does not like about Kenya's personality, but she is struggling to pinpoint specific issues and specific occurrences that support what she's saying. Kenya finally told her, girl, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't deal in the world of abstract thought, and you are so inarticulate at expressing yourself that is crazy. Girl, shut that. Me and Kenya would have had to fight at that point. Do you know how you are so inarticulate is a high-end insult in my world. Let's go. Like, we'd have been at it. So, who you talking? Who? But the problem is when she right, because she right. So as they're going back and forth and arguing and Sonya ain't making no sense, Kenya finally asked her to give me an example of a time that supports what you're telling me. Other than the time that we've already addressed, we had a whole conversation. I apologize. We made up and we were supposed to move forward. Tell me something other than that. Sonya literally said out loud, hold on, let me think a minute. I bet, girl, you. Kenya said, girl, I'll wait. Candy about just fell out laughing because this is a shame at this point. Candy in the confessional said, Sonya, you ain't ready for Kenya. You just not. You not built for this. You gonna need fight at your own level. But Kenya ain't what you want. And Sonya is in the confessional about, I don't know why I'm sitting here arguing with Kenya when I should be reading her for filth in Jamaican. What? Well, here's the thing. If you don't make sense, you don't make sense. I don't give a damn if you in the U.S. or Jamaica. I don't care if you are in the Great Down Under. I don't give a damn if you are speaking plain English or patois. If it don't make sense, it don't make no damn sense. Bye, girl. So the episode comes to an end with these two deciding to make amends and saying that they do have respect for each other. Sonya might have a little more respect for Kenya than Kenya got for her, but it is what it is. You're going to have to take what you can get around these parts. Now, they cool, but they ain't completely made up because Kenya want to know while you around here raising hell and worry about me. Did you get me a birthday cake? Because you seem quite concerned with me, but not concerned enough for a cake because I don't see one. And of course, that's a big hell no. She didn't get you no damn birthday cake. And then we see that Marlo and Candy made up in the airport on the way back to Jamaica over a bucket of fried chicken. All it took was a couple KFC wings to win Candy back over. Candy is shameful. A conversation couldn't fix it, but a couple pieces of chicken. And it looks like next week is going to be focused on Sheree and her we gonna see if she can do it fashion show. Well, in addition to her struggling to pull it together, it looks like she's gonna be introducing her new man friend to the world. We know there ain't nobody but Martell Hope. Child, we know he's trying to gather all the checks he can, but we'll get into that next week. That's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Thank y'all so much for coming down here listening to me and letting me get it off my chest. I didn't have a whole lot to get off my chest this week because I am on cloud 10,000 because I got 10,000 subscribers. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so very much. And if you are not a member of the tribe, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And in the meantime, until next time, just like every time, I love you and I mean it. Bye.